Hi YouTube, I'm back with another video, and in this one I'm going to talk about all about my piercings. Yay! Piercings. I have quite a few of them, and I'll guide you through all my piercing progression, piercing experiences, piercing plans. And if you don't know me, I'm Marta Clean the Steel. I've been permanently colored for 8 years now, and I live with this steel. This is part of me now, basically. And I have quite a few body mods as well, so as you might have noticed. So yeah, piercings, let's talk about them. I got my very first piercing at age 15, and they were just normal earrings. I was a very good kid, okay? I was a good girl, and I didn't have even my ears pierced till age of 15, when I was like getting a little rebellious, and with my best friend we went to the kind of old part of the town where I got my ears pierced and almost fainted. Yeah, so baseline with me, I love piercings and I hate getting them done. So yeah, it's a bit of a, it's not an easy relationship to have with piercings, but hey ho. So once I got my ears done, I never had any plans of stretching them, okay? Here we are. A little too late for that, but yeah, it was never the plan, okay? So then I got my first proper piercing, which was my septum, which is now stretched to 14 mil. So yeah, that was the first piercing because it was so easy to hide. I was hiding them from my parents, from my family. So if you know, you have like a little kind of half ring, and you can just like slide it in, and nobody sees it. Then after I got my septum pierced, I got my tongue and my eyebrow pierced. My eyebrow is, I think, now at, I want to say 2 mil. It's stretched a little bit. And my tongue is at 8 millimeters. So yeah, it's quite stretched. And my ears, as I already mentioned them, they're 5 centimeters, so 50 millimeters in diameter. So it's quite a stretch. Then okay, let's try counting my piercings before I go any further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 3 my belly, so 20, 2 dermal piercings in my back, so 22, and then here I have 12. 22 plus 12 is 34. I have 34 piercings right now. Yay! Which is not the biggest amount I have had, I don't think so. At one point I had dermals here. I think there was like 3 on each side and 1 in the middle, but they didn't last long because there's just too much movement happening, and yeah, they just got ripped out or they just would fall out. So not the best option, but yeah, well, it didn't work for me. But on the other side, I have my dermal piercings on the lower part of my back where the dimples are, and they've been there for 10 years, if not longer. I think maybe even longer now, like 11 years now. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I have quite a few in my ears, I have quite a few in my face, which is quite obvious. For my face, as I said, stretched septum, stretched tongue, and stretched ears. Then I have piercings in my cherries, let's say, YouTube friendly, and those I got pierced. I think it's been 2 years now, a bit less than 2 years. Yeah, 1.5 years ish. And they've been stretched to 6 mil now. They are at 6 mil, each of them. They just now have like big 6 mil rings in them, and they're happy. It was a whole journey, the stretching and then trying to wait to heal, and then stretching, and then that causing some setbacks. And the thing, once you pierce a piercing, you wait and it's done kind of when it's healed. But with stretching, it's like you're setting back the full healing time a lot. So that's what I had with my cherries. But yeah, now they're fully healed. I might be stretching them a bit more. I'm thinking 8 or 10 mil, depending on how my body will take it, how my body will react to it all. But yeah, that should be all good. And I'm happy as they are, but I kind of want to see how many extra steps I can take with them. And then the mysterious 12 piercings, I have them in my, let's call them rose petals. In the outside rose petals, one side is 8 and other side is 4, which doesn't make sense unless you know how much I hate getting my piercings done. So I got 8 on one side, and then I braved 4 more, and then life just got busy, and I'm a big wuss about it. So I've been postponing it, and postponing it. But the plan is to have 8 and 8, and then maybe 1 at the top. But yeah, we are at 12 now, and that's how far I've gotten now. However, I have started stretching some of them, and the plan is to have 8, 8, and stretch them all. The end goal for them would be probably 5 to 6 millimeters, depending on how they will feel. Because I'm never pushy with my body and piercings. Like, I allow my body to say what's okay and what's not. I kind of listen to my body because, well, I have tried to push my body's limits, and that's when you end up with like infections and just setbacks in the whole healing and stretching process. So there's no point of that. So yeah, right now I'm stretching kind of by 2 pairs. So the base piercings are 1.6 millimeters. Then I have 2 that are at 2 millimeters. Then I have 2 that are at 2.5. And then I have ones that are at 3 millimeters, that are the top ones. So each time I stretch, I kind of just go 1 down. So yeah, that's how far I have gotten now. So yeah, I have plans for them. I have plans for my rose petals. I have plans for my cherries. I have no plans for my tongue or septum right now. I never say never. Things might change. But yeah, the tongue and septum stretch is quite painful and quite intense. Like stretching my septum to 14 mil, it was hard. It was long, it was painful. I had to create a special kind of, like no normal tunnels or piercings would really work there. I needed a silicone one at the beginning, but all the kind of flares or like the sides, those were digging into my nose on the sides here at the top. So those had to be trimmed down for the piercing to kind of stay, but then it still had to be wide enough to like not slide out. So it was a whole thing, but I'm happy where I am. I can happily wear quite big septums. So normally, yeah, this one is just the 14 mil tunnel that I wear daily, but I can slide in quite big septums in there. Do I have any? Oh, there. For example, this is acrylic 10 millimeter one, 10 millimeter septum or piercing. And here I am. And obviously acrylic ones are super nice because they're so lightweight. With heavy metal ones, they really weigh down my nose, so I can't really wear them long term. And I love wearing my steel permanently or as long term as I can. So heavy septums are not the best, so sometimes having a light acrylic one is a really good option. Then yeah, my ears are happy at 5 centimeters. The issue with ears and going so big is getting jewelry for it, because all the cute tunnels and all the cute jewelry for ears are for smaller ears. Like 2 centimeters, 20 millimeters is the ultimate perfect spot because they make so many options for them. And like, it's, even if it's steel or other materials, it's not too heavy, even if it's like filled. With these ones, anything filled that isn't plastic would be super heavy, or yeah, it just, there's a lot of challenges. But yeah, my ears are pretty happy. I can wear them quite long time without anything. I sleep without these unless I also have some silicone tunnels. They are good for sleeping, but normally I can sleep without, run around without them. Whenever I need the metal ones, I can pop them back in. Yeah. Oh, my belly is a bit special because I have one at the top and 2 at the bottom on each side. I have been thinking about stretching my belly, the top one, a little bit. I wouldn't go crazy, I wouldn't go like really big, but like a little stretch on the top one would be kind of cute. Any other new piercings other than the missing 4 at the bottom and then 1 at the top? I have been thinking about getting a dermal piercing here, or like kind of, yeah, I think that would be really cute. Often people will ask, how quickly can I stretch things, or like people will ask, oh, how long did my ears take? And I'll say 10 years because I wasn't in a rush. It wasn't like, oh, I need to stretch my ears to 5 centimeters in years or 2 years time. But I always say just go slow. It's always the best option. If you go too quickly, you'll have setbacks and you'll just lose time. Allowing the piercing to heal between the stretches, or often it's not possible for it to fully heal, but preferably that's the best option. Also, do talk with your piercers, do talk with specialists. I am not a specialist, don't listen to me, kinda. I'm just telling about my experience. The more I allow the piercing to heal between the stretches, the better it is for the piercing. The less likely it is that there will be any infections or any setbacks or any issues with it. So yeah, with the ears, there were some setbacks at the very beginning when I first started. I have had 1 bad infection for my ears, That scared me enough to go, I don't want that anymore. So I've been going really nice and really looking after them, cleaning them properly, stretching them slowly, and being smart about my lifestyle choices while I stretch them. That's also important. Yeah, and my tongue, happy at 8 millimeters. Tongue stretch at that big of a size is also quite tricky. It's tricky to find the right jewelry for it because it really needs to work with your mouth. You can't change your mouth, so the jewelry has to work with your mouth. When I stretched to 8 millimeters, my tongue, I had issues with the balls that I had. They were bigger, the ones that I have right now, and they would constantly hit my teeth, and I was like, I don't want that. And I was lisping a bit more, which I normally don't lisp with such a big piercing, which a lot of people are quite surprised. I'm kind of proud of it. But yeah, so it's tricky to find the right jewelry once you go bigger with your tongue as well, because it has to be the right length, and the balls. I've been thinking about getting like a flat closing, not balls, but like closing things on each end. Then it won't be so big or might hit my teeth less. Like the ones that I have right now are perfect, but yeah, if I would go bigger, that would be my worry. And that's an aspect when you choose to have piercings or to go bigger with piercings. It's just like how many other things it will affect. For example, I can't wear, or I choose not to wear, my septums, my steel septums during winter because it condenses. All the condensation just lands on my septum and it drips, and it's so annoying. Or even in winter, I need to look after my ears because they can get really cold. Or in the summer, things can get really hot. Or in sauna, my ears, I really have to look after them because they don't have any temperature regulation in them because the skin is so thin. So yeah, it's a lot of things to think about and consider when choosing such a, I would call them quite extreme body mods, but you just kind of, if you want them, there's a way how to work around them, or you just make the decisions based on what you can or can't do. And yeah, it's definitely a journey, I would say. Just like with my steel, I make sacrifices and I say no to things because of my steel, but that's the decision I have made, and there are pros and cons in all of it. So yeah, that's a little video about my piercings. Let me know what else you want to know. Obviously it has to be YouTube friendly, okay? Only YouTube friendly questions here. Hope you enjoyed this video. I try to cover as much as I can in the little video about a lot of piercings, okay? So yeah, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. If you want to check out, I did a video about my steel and my steel lifestyle, well, carving a pumpkin, but I promise it's not a Halloween video. It is about steel more than about Halloween. I just mess around during it. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!